Yo everyone, what's going on? Couriway here, and today, as you could probably tell by the title and the thumbnail and all that good stuff, this is the new 1.14.4 world record run. I was not doing commentary live during this. I was live streaming this privately on YouTube. I'll leave the link to the live stream, the timestamp in the live stream, just to prove that this was, a legit run and everything. For people who are curious, that'll be in the description. But this is the world record run. I'm going to do a little bit of post commentary, kind of talk about the run just a little bit, and kind of talk about how I've been doing 1.14. So right now, just for context, I spawned in the side of a forest, saw a desert, thought, okay, I'm going to make my cobble tools here, boat over, get some wood, boat over, and try and find a temple. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've been running 1.14 for consistently about another week or so. I've probably spent maybe a little bit longer than that. Once I got my sub 20 time in 1.16, I wanted to try other categories, and then I ended up getting 8th place, I believe, in 1.14 with a 22:58 run. I got that 2 weeks ago-ish, maybe 3. I don't think it's been 3. I think it's been like 2.5 weeks. And once I got that time, I decided to do 1.7 for a bit. Got a 36-minute time, which hasn't been verified yet, but I'm assuming it'll happen pretty soon because that's been like a week. And ever since I got that 36-minute time, I wanted to really improve my 1.14 because I felt like I could get a world record in it. And here we are. So I'm excited for everyone to see this run and to talk over it and all that fun stuff. So right now I'm just boating, trying to look for a temple, not really seeing one. I saw the village to the left that you probably saw before, like 20 seconds ago. I decided not to go there because there was a taiga biome behind it, and I didn't want to, you don't need, quote unquote, need a desert village in any of these runs. And I decided to play it a little bit more risky and go for this boat instead, which was a good boat. I end up getting, I don't think I get actually much iron from this, but I get an insane amount of emeralds. Watch this. This is kind of crazy. 14 emeralds. Absolutely nuts. Honestly, I really wanted iron so I could, make a bucket, flint and steel, all that fun stuff, so I could get prepared to go in the nether, but I'm not going to complain. So I'm able to also get 17 iron nuggets from that, and that's actually really big. You can see here that I see a temple in a village, by the way. But getting those 17 nuggets is really big because that guarantees that if the golem only drops 3 iron, I'm still able to make a flint and steel and not have to worry about wood lighting and all that other stuff. So really happy about that. So I decided to go for temple first, just because honestly I don't know. I just decided to go for temple first. There's actually a lava pool in between this temple and, you can see it there, temple and village. I didn't see that at the time. If I saw the lava pool earlier, I probably would have won village first, so I could do village then temple, or village then nether then temple. But it actually works out really well because in here I was able to get a ton more emeralds and a god apple. So for anyone that's not aware, god apple gives fire res, so that's really nice. I don't have to worry about like the nether at all now. I just get to like drool on my keyboard and eat a god apple when I go in the nether and not have to worry about anything. So I end up climbing back up. Don't have a water bucket, so I just pillar. And now it's village time. So, just going to do the basic stuff here, like get beds, kill the golem, etc., etc. So while I'm doing that, I want to talk about a bit on kind of how this run progressed. There was not a single point in this run until I got in the stronghold where I thought that this could be even a PB, let alone world record. I honestly don't know why. I think the reason is because you see so many other runs from either Benex or Corbanos' run or runs from Sizzler where they start blowing up the village so early, right? Like, you see sometimes people are blowing up a village at like 7 minutes, 8 minutes, which is like crazy pace. A bit of spoilers, I guess, but I don't end up blowing the village up until like 11 minutes in this run, which is insane. That's a crazy late time. I honestly, like I said, I don't understand how this PB is. I think everything here is just kind of average. The run really picks up post nether. I play really, really well. Honestly, post sleep. Like once the second day starts, I play pretty out of my mind on like everything. Like my movement, my time blowing up things is really good. But everything before that, you know, is like pretty standard. Like nothing crazy. I have an insane amount of bread, and that's because. And I got 5-minute lagged. Oh my god, that's right. I got 5-minute lagged at like the worst possible time, like every time in this run. So here I was crafting. I couldn't do anything. Finally get the shield. I always go for shield, even though I had I didn't realize I had the fire apple, like the god apple. So I made a shield anyway. In hindsight, waste of time, but I would have got 5-minute lagged, like making the bucket then. So not the biggest deal. I just should have played 5-minute lag better. Should have ran over here during that time. But anyway. Oh, this is really smooth. Really glad that that's in the world record run. Cannot make this for my life. World record, by the way. So I'm making my portal, my lava bugs, because why wouldn't it? And my nether spawn is like, it's pretty good, but it's honestly like, it's not like fantastic, you know? Like it's not the god spawn or anything, but it's a really good spawn. And this nether split is actually really fast. And that's mainly because of the god apple. I just don't have to think about doing anything. So you can see once I spawn in here, I spawn right next to a fortress, which is obviously really good, but I spawn like far away from any blaze spawner. Like I kind of have to hike it a bit here, and I turn my render distance down because lag. Very fun. So I'm off. I'm looking for where to go. I kind of just guess here. I know that straight ahead isn't going to work, so I go to my left because I'm a lefty. That's honestly the only reason I did that. I always do that for some reason. Every time when I don't know to go the direction, I always go left because I'm a lefty. So I'm looking for the blaze spawner. The closest one I see is that one up there, to my left. So I'm like, okay, I'll go up there, but I have to kill these wither skeletons first. And this is about I think the time that I remember, like, oh, I have a god apple. I should like eat that. So I do that, and I'm 1 for 1 on blaze rods. I think I actually get a pretty solid drop rate. My runs are like notorious for having absolutely god tier blaze luck, but I promise you, it's just in the runs you see. Like the other runs that get live streamed, like my blaze rod luck is so bad. I think I'm 3 for 3 with this, and 4 for 4, 4 for 5. And no, I think I go 5 for 5, and the last one was 5 for 6. I honestly couldn't tell. So I'm 5 for 6 here, which is really nice. And I'm like, I need to mine gravel. You can't hear it in the post commentary because I'm doing a post commentary, but I believe that a ghast starts shooting fireballs at me here. Yeah, ghast shoots, ghast cries. So I'm getting shot at by a ghast. I'm just trying to mine some flint. It's honestly like really chaotic. If I didn't have this god apple, it would have been a lot more annoying, but I was able to kind of just chill out and not have to worry about anything. Like I said, I was literally just drooling. It was so there was nothing in this nether that was a challenge because of the god apple. I highly recommend like going for temples first if you're running 1.14, just in the chance to get one, especially if you're a beginner, because it's just, you don't have to think about anything if you get a god apple. So I get 6. I know I need one more because I haven't seen a whatchamacallit, a brewing stand yet. So I drop down, kill these 2 blazes, and hope that I get 1 rod, and I end up getting 2. So I think I go 8 for 9 or 8 for 10, which is absolutely insane. Really happy about that. It's honestly crazy because my 1.16 run that hasn't been verified yet, which was a 1758. I'll probably make a video on that one soon, do a post commentary on it. I go 7 for 7 for blaze rods in that run, and in my current one that's on the leaderboard, my 1928, I go 7 for 7 in that as well. So my blaze rod luck and like all of my PBs are absolutely insane. So at this point, I'm leaving 840. I'm starting to run, trying to find a Savannah Village or a Dark Oak Forest or something, you know. I'm not too picky at this point. And right about here is when I like kind of think the run's dead, if I'm being honest. You know, I know I'm pretty far out, which is nice. Obviously, you want to be far out. You kind of have to predict where the stronghold's going to be, right? If you're doing 1.14. So I see a Savannah, so I'm like, all right, cool. This is good. Hopefully we can find a village. And I was really hoping to find one like right here. I should have boated. Oh, I do boat here. I thought for some reason I didn't. I was going to say, always boat. Another tip here. Always boat. It's faster. Especially, again, in 1.14 where distance matters, always boat. So I'm looking for a village. I'm not seeing anything. And like I'm saying, like I'm thinking this run's pretty dead at this point. Like I would need to be like realistically like directly under the stronghold, which spoiler alert, I'm not. But I can't find anything. And I really think about killing the run around here, but I'm like, I have 8 blaze rods, whatever. I hadn't had too many good runs on this day, so I was like, I just kind of want to finish it. one thing that I was also playing with is, for those of you familiar with how 1.14 works, you have a 2/3 chance to get an Ender Pearl trade from villagers. You have a 1/3 chance to not get the Ender Pearl trade from the cleric, which just instantly kills the run. And I had been on a really, really good streak of not getting the 1/3. And I was really, one of the reasons I was running this out, honestly, is I was hoping to get the 1/3, and now I see the Savannah Village at 10 minutes. I was like, you know what, this probably won't PB, but that's fine. Hopefully I can reset my luck and finally get 1/3'd, because it had been like, I think I got 1/3'd like 2 worlds ago, but before that it was like 4 in a row with Ender Pearl trades. When I started running 1.14 originally, I had awful luck. I think like 4 of my first 5 runs were 1/3'd, so I've been kind of getting the backlog of good luck finally. So again, like, I'm thinking this is like solid. Like, at this point I'm thinking maybe a PB, but after this I play like basically perfectly. After this, like at least like how I play 1.16 or 1.14, excuse me, I felt I couldn't have played much better. I'm not really a mechanical player. A lot of people say that like 1.14 is the more mechanical run. I'm not gonna get into that like argument now, but I guess what I'm saying is, like, I'm not good at mechanical stuff. Like, I have very bad aim. Like, I was just kind of, I just played this super well. I don't even know how to describe it, if I'm being honest. So I decided to organize inventory here. Use my brain power to figure out what items I need. And remember, I have 23 emeralds already and 7 gold, which is 3 more emeralds. So I'm like set. I have 27 emeralds or 26 emeralds before doing anything, which is insane in a run like this. And these houses are all pretty solid for blowing up. And I was also able to get the brewing stand here, which is great. So now I have 16 blaze powder to play with, which is crazy. Like, the fact that this is, most world record runs only, go with 6 blaze rods. The fact that I have 8 to play with is like almost unheard of. So I'm getting everything here. And all these houses are really close together, which really help bring up my time. Like, I finished blowing up by like 13 minutes, which is insane. Like, I was able to do this so fast. And I wish I kind of knew more to say on these aspects. I was able to get another emerald here, which is really nice. But I was just blowing up as many houses as I could. Sometimes I see people wait like to blow up each individual house, like before placing another TNT. Don't do that. I always place like 2 or 3 TNT and then just go pick it all up at once. It's just faster that way, unless obviously the houses are, far apart or whatever. But like, you'll see here, like, I don't pick up the wood from this house until like once I start trading. And then I blow up this one, and then I think I have one more house. But like, I knew at this point, like, I was already good on wood. So I think what I do here, is I just see these 2 villagers. I can't make a second fletching table yet, which is kind of unfortunate. So I decide to just make with the one and just, you know what? Like, I have 2 villagers right here. I'll just go for it. And something else that I could talk about now, I think, too, is a lot of times in 1.14, you'll see people do arrow strats to kill the dragon, trade for arrows and get a bow and all that stuff. I don't do that in this run. I think that's honestly one of the things that makes this run really good, is that my end fight is fast because, it kind of has to be. But I'm trading at 13:20, which is like, honestly, like, unheard of for me, at least personally, for blowing up as late as I did. Like, I did not blow up until, like I said, we started blowing up at like 11. Insanely fast blow up time. And now I go back and finally pick up all this wood while I'm waiting for a restock. Like I said, like, I didn't pick up any of this wood. I just wanted to get my trade started because I knew I had the emeralds to start. So I'm able to go back. Now I know that he's gonna be reset, which I actually think he wasn't, which is lovely. So I'm just able to make more sticks and stuff and do my thing. And again, the really nice thing about having this many emeralds is that since I'm not doing double Fletcher, I don't really have to wait as long because I'm able to play with a lot more emeralds. And then I see the pearl trade. And at this point, I haven't looked at my time in a while. The last time I looked at my time in this run was when I went to bed. So I have no idea the pace that I'm on right now. I have no idea it's 14 minutes. If I was guessing, I probably thought it was around 16 minutes at this point. So I'm honestly still thinking like this run is pretty dead. And like, even now, so I'm trading, I get 12 eyes, doing all this. I'm like, you know what? Let's just go for an insane amount of beds because I have or not beds, excuse me, insane amount of ender pearls because I have so much blaze powder. I don't want the run to die because like all my eyes break or whatever, even though it's super unlikely. But I knew I wasn't going to use arrow strats because I prefer one cycling, even though it's harder in 1.14 to one cycle. And I throw an eye, and you can almost see when I check my chords again, it's right about here that I realize, wait, this run is on insane pace. And then I check my chords again. I'm like, I'm 1,500 blocks out, leaving the village at 15 minutes. That is really good. I'm still not really thinking this is world record. I honestly don't know why. Like, this is on world record pace at this point. Obviously, because, you know, it is the world record. But, like, I don't know what it was. Like, there's been so many other times in other runs in either 1.16 that I've done or 1.14 where they've just felt better throughout, and then they just get killed. And this run just felt solid. It just was really strong throughout. Nothing honestly too crazy. Like, you know, the stronghold you'll see is not open exposed. I still have to travel a really long way. I don't find the portal room instantly. The dragon isn't like perfect in any sense of the word. Just a really clean overall run. Like no crazy factors in this. I guess the luckiest part was probably getting that god apple for the nether. That really like sped up that nether because it could have been so much slower. And then obviously the blaze rods 8 out of 10 is really good. But yeah, nothing like, I don't know. It never felt to me like it was gonna be world record, which is really weird. So I threw a lot of eyes here because, you know, it could be anywhere. And here when I see this ocean, I think it's gonna be open exposed, and I like start to get a little more nervous because I'm like, ooh, that would be nice if it's open exposed. That'd be really cool. So this is the first time that I think like, ooh, maybe this has a chance. But spoiler alert, like I said, it's not open exposed. It's very far out. I'm happy it was this way, but it was very far out. And you know what? Regardless, even if it's not open exposed, ocean travel is ocean travel. As long as the stronghold isn't like under the water, you know, like as long as you can see the stronghold in the ocean, or it's just free ocean travel, you know, you can't really complain, right? So I was really happy. I'm eating bread. I'm looking for the stronghold. I don't really see anything. But again, like I'm 2,000 blocks out at 17 minutes. If this stronghold was closer, this probably could have been sub 20, which is crazy to think about. Like this run kind of shows like how possible sub 20 is. Because like the stronghold could have easily generated in this water, right? It could have been open exposed. And that would have been like the eye is still going forward, but it could have been in that water, and that would have been sub 20 pretty easily, honestly. And I nailed the triangulation here. I know it's not going to be too much farther out because of how far I am, so I just want to triangulate the angle. And I'm like, okay, cool. I know where it is. And I get a double eye break, so getting the blaze powder that I needed was actually really important. I actually don't know how many eyes the portal is, because once I get to the portal room, I just kind of panic since I have 4 eyes, and I just make 12 and just start to put them in. I think it's a 1 eye, so I needed at least 7 blaze powder, but we'll be able to double check that in a second anyway. So I'm digging down at like 18. The stronghold generation is actually really wonky. You'll see that here. So behind me is the portal, or the starter staircase, and I just never realized it. So I see this like giant open cave, and I don't really know where to go. A tip that I'm using here is you want to look for backwards doors. So I saw that wood door was backwards. And then I realized that, okay, that's the starter staircase. I couldn't tell because of how open the cave was. And now I'm just looking for the portal room. Don't really know why I checked that chest. Was not needed at all. And I go like every wrong way because of course I do. That's kind of patented in my runs, honestly. And finally, it's right there. And I'm like, ooh. And I'm very careful about, yeah, it's a 1 eye. I'm very careful about placing that dirt because I had a run earlier that died. It wasn't going to be world record. I was going to enter at like 20 minutes. Could have maybe been PB. But it died because I missed placing the block in the lava, and I just burned in that lava. So I was very, very careful about placing the dirt block this time. But we are now in the end. I think I entered at like almost 19 flat or something, which is really nice. And now it's go time. At this point, I think we're about 30 seconds ahead of world record. And I go for the 1 cycle, and I look at an Enderman. That's right, I forgot. I look at an Enderman here, and I've watched this back a couple times now, so I know that I did look at the Enderman, but I did not remember doing it in real time. and that's something I very rarely ever do. So I was super shocked that that happened in this run. I got really scared that I was going to die. I was not prepared. So if you watch 1.14 more than 1.16, you may not be familiar with this strat. Basically what I'm doing is the farther away the dragon is, or the farther away you are, excuse me, from the bedrock pillar portal thing in the middle, the better chance the dragon has to perch. So what you do kind of is you water bucket up, you pillar, and then you either, I have ender pearls, which is the easier thing, but you can either water bucket or boat down when you see the dragon start to perch. But ender pearls are preferred, obviously, if you have them, because it's just the safer, easier way. So now I'm just waiting for the dragon to perch, and I'm sitting here. He's doing his little dance, or she's doing her little dance, excuse me, and I'm waiting. That's 20-minute lag when the dragon is sitting like that, and I was really happy that I hit 20-minute lag there because I didn't want 20-minute to hit when I was one cycling, so that was nice at least. And here we go. The perch is usually a lot like more robotic looking, so I didn't notice it at first, but the dragon starts to perch. I throw my ender pearl down, I get my other bed, and this one cycle is so bad. I apologize for how awful this one cycle is, but could you blame me? It was on a world record run, you know? First bed was good, second bed was solid, third bed was really good, and then after here it's just a downfall. Oh, 4 was good, but 5 and 6 were both really bad. 6 was awful, and then I finally get it on 7. Should have been a 6 bed, but that's the run. So yeah, that's the run. After this I do like all the verifying stuff, you know, that I need, like seed, F3, resource packs, Optifine settings, blah blah blah. So I'm gonna let the vid play out and end, but thank you all so much for watching. I'm super hyped about this run. I'll probably upload my 17:58 run on 1.16 in a couple days or so. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe for more. Appreciate it. And I will talk to you all soon. I'll let the music play out, the run play out. I accidentally turned off my game capture too. That was really smart when I was turning off all my other face cam stuff. Nice job, me. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out.